Hey kids, how are you? I'm doing great. As you can see, I added some really awesome things to my room, like my Ryan Braun towel. So I thought I should probably bring the Brewers to Korea. What do you think? Yeah, I think so too. Alright, so here are some things. I was so excited that Mrs. Phelps sent me your questions because that means that you really liked it, which is great because I like doing it. Alright, so let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Alright, here we go. One of you asked if you catch fish. Or if I don't catch fish, but if they catch fish here. And they do. They have an entire market dedicated to just catching fish. What people do is they go down to the dock and the boat comes in and they drop off all the fish and you buy it just right there. And that's all. So I think that that was a really cool question about that. And you know, that's not really what we do in America. When we want to get fish, we go to the deli, right? Yeah, it's a little bit different. And the fish here, I haven't had it, but the fish here, I would assume, is just really, really, really good and fresh and tasty. So, that was an excellent question. Thank you. The next question is, somebody asked what my favorite fish was. I don't really have one, because I don't really like fish. But, here's a quick story. When I was in training, I saw that the little placard said sweet potato and noodles. And I was like, okay, I love sweet potatoes, I love noodles. So I started heaping this stuff onto my plate, just so good. And then something purple fell on it. And I was like, oh no, because I saw what it was. It was the tentacle of an octopus. And that scares me. Because I don't really like seafood. It scares me. It's all wiggly and moving and I don't know. I have a hard time with it. But the tentacle of an octopus, and so I was like, well, it's on my plate, so I have to eat it. So I took my chopsticks and I went shoop and just went really, really fast. And it was slimy, yet satisfying. And it was a little weird at first because I had never had it, but I don't know. I liked it. I'll probably have it again. So, just so you know, you have to try things, right? You have to try things to make sure you like it or don't like it. Alright, now, number 7, question 7. Somebody asked if there were tarantulas here. I don't know. There might be, but I haven't seen any. And if I did see any, my reaction would be this. And I would have to run away because they are scary to me. Somebody else asked if there are sand sharks. Now I don't know if there are sand sharks. There might be, because the East Sea talks about there are a lot of sharks here, but they're way far away in the deep. But guess what? Today I went swimming in the ocean. And you might say, well, Katie, it is March. Isn't it cold? The answer is yes. It is very cold. But my friend wanted to go swimming, and she asked me, and so I was like, well, all right. So we went swimming. And it was really, 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 really chilly. And we were there for a couple of minutes, and then we ran out of it, and we went back to the beach party that we were at. And it was a lot of fun. Then we went to go get Indian food. And guess what? Mrs. Phelps loves Indian food, and so do I. And it was so tasty. So today was an excellent day. Somebody else asked what is the difference between Busan and Appleton? And I think that is a very smart question. Because it's important for us to learn about other places, right? Because some of us might stay in Appleton forever, and that's awesome, and that's very cool. Some of us might have an itch to go travel, and that is when we need to know, what other cities are like. So I thought that was a really cool question. Some things that are in Busan is there are no houses here. It's all apartments, and so everybody who's rich is in an apartment, everybody who's not is in an apartment, and it's really interesting to see everybody who's there. And it creates a really cool sense of community. Another thing that's really cool about Busan is I went to dinner with some of my friends, and so it was dark out. And when we walked out of the doors, it felt like it was daytime because there were so many lights. It was so bright outside. And what I think is it sort of reminds me of, in New York City, in Times Square, if you've ever seen pictures, that there are so many lights that it's never really nighttime. And that was a really weird experience for me, being from, the small town that Mrs. Phelps and I are from, is, there's darkness there. And it was really hard for me to get used to a place where it's not dark. So that is one really cool example about it. And in my next video that I send next week, I will probably give a few more, because I would love for you to learn all about my city, because I think it's important. Now, the last question that I had was, do you like tuxedo cats? And the person who asked that is now one of my, I don't know, I think you're awesome, because I didn't know what a tuxedo cat was until I looked it up online. And this is my reaction. Oh my gosh, that was so cute. So, I think that tuxedo cats are adorable. Very, very cute. Now, I heard that some of you are singing the song Arirang, right? And that is sort of like the national anthem for Korea. So every little boy and every little girl knows that song. And this is how you spell it. If you take a look at it, this O, it doesn't make any sound. So it's like the H in our. Woo! Alright, this letter right here makes an ah sound. This letter right here, the backward S, makes a R sound, an R sound. This letter, that's a straight line, makes an E sound. So that's an R again, an ah again. And when the circle is on the bottom, it makes an NG. So altogether, it's ah, ri, rang. And I think that it is super cool that you're singing that. So, I really hope that Mrs. Phelps takes a video of it and she can send it to me so that I can see how awesome you are. So, this is all for me tonight, and I would love to hear more questions, and I would love to keep talking to you. So, I hope that you have a good morning, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!